You are listening to the audio production of When Culture Hates You, Persevering for the Common Good as Christians in a Hostile Public Square by Natasha Crain, published by Harvest House Publishers. This book is read by the author with foreword written by Frank Turek. Dedication. To my 3 kids, I pray you will grow up to be bold lights in the darkness.
Foreword by Frank Turek. Before I became a full-time speaker and a writer, I conducted leadership training for Fortune 500 companies. One such company was Cisco. Another was Bank of America. Both of them fired me in 2011, not because my job performance was poor, but because an employee in my training program discovered I had written a book called Correct, Not Politically Correct. My sin? I had defended the biblical view of marriage. After writing to the chairman of Cisco, I was referred to the head of inclusion, tolerance, and diversity for an explanation. I asked her, if you're all about inclusion, tolerance, and diversity, then why was I excluded and not tolerated for holding a diverse view? She couldn't give me a coherent answer because there isn't one. In fact, if irony could kill, she would have died right there. The real answer is that inclusion, tolerance, and diversity are words that have been redefined to mean something completely different than what they originally meant. Now they mean if you don't believe the new cultural values that directly contradict the Bible and common sense, you will be excluded and not tolerated. After going public with what both companies did, I knew I'd be too radioactive to work in tolerant corporate America again. Thankfully, I had a fallback position and began doing speaking and writing full-time with crossexamined.org. But what about you? Are you ever afraid to say or post the biblical view of a moral issue? Worried that to do so might cost you your job? Do you feel the need to censor yourself to avoid conflict? Have you started to tell people, even your closest friends and relatives, what they want to hear rather than what they need to hear? Have you unwittingly bought into the cultural lie that love requires approval? Where can you go to get help to navigate the minefield America has become? Thankfully, the 7th Fleet has arrived, and her name is Natasha Crain. I've been blessed to work alongside Natasha for about a decade, and I can say that her insights into engaging a hostile culture are powerful and practical. For example, in her book that preceded this one, Faithfully Different, Natasha revealed how modern secular people tend to think about life and how to live it. They believe that feelings are the ultimate guide. Happiness is the ultimate goal. Judging is the ultimate sin. And God is the ultimate guess. Who are you, Christian, to judge my actions because I'm just following my feelings toward happiness? I need to follow my heart, and don't impose your God's morality on me because no one is sure if he or she really exists anyway. You've probably heard some or all of that. In fact, if you think about the people in your life who are not religious, and maybe even some who claim to be Christians, they follow that same me-centered approach Natasha revealed in Faithfully Different, don't they? Their theology is really meology, set to suit their own passions, as 2 Timothy 4:3 said. The question is, how do you best interact with such people to accomplish both the Great Commission and the Cultural Commission? When Culture Hates You shows you how, Natasha delves into the hottest topics that, regrettably, many pastors are reluctant to address, including transgenderism, critical race theory, social justice, charges of Christian nationalism, the taking of unborn lives, the loss of freedom to live out the Christian faith, and an absolutely shocking chapter on the sexual liberation of children. Along the way, Natasha gives you very practical action steps at the end of each chapter, which are designed to help you advance the cause of Christ. But before she does that, she shows why the culture hates us and answers many objections people have when they claim Christians are imposing their views on others. When people make that objection, as Natasha will point out, they are doing exactly what they're complaining about, imposing.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?